Hello friends, 755 days of war. In southern war zone, on Kherson front, Ukrainian army holds Krinky and Antonovsky bridgehead. Counter-battery operations and UAV operations are continuing from both the sides. No significant changes reported. On Zaporizhia front in Orlivka sector, Russian army advanced inside Rabotin, while they also advanced southwest of Gulyai Pole. No changes reported in Remivki salient, where positional battle and counter-battery operations continuing. In north on Kupiansk-Swatow battle line, Russians made some minor gains towards Sinkivka, nothing towards Kislivka. In southern part, on Crimea Liman direction, Russians made some gains towards Terny and has reached outskirts. Though due heavy counter-attack from the Ukrainian side, they withdrew. In Belgorod region, Ukrainians continue shelling Belgorod and adjacent areas like Kursk, though the offensive by so-called Ukrainian Russian Volunteer Corps has reduced significantly after the presidential election in Russia is over, and that shelling and attacks still continuing towards Popova, Lukashevka, Velikaya and Pisaryovka, which are in Sumy regions, also towards Kharkov and Kozinka, which is in Belgorod region. Total activities even in Slobozansky has reduced, or it is fizzling out. In east, on Bakhmut front, Russian army advanced south of Krasnoye, where Ukrainians are holding on the outskirts of the southeast. Otherwise, this particular establishment is controlled by the Russian army. They also advanced towards Bohdanivka. Klishivka on southern flanks of Bakhmut, Russian army advanced northwest, eyeing operational space towards Stupochki. Avdiivka front towards the west, Russian army advanced northwest of Orlivka, and information says, though not fully confirmed, that it has captured Orlivka. Tonenko, Ukrainians control only a part of this establishment in the northwest, while in Berdichi, Russians have advanced and Ukrainians hold only 50% of it. In northwest of Avdiivka, Ukrainians carried out counterattacks using their bases in Okeretino and Novokalinova towards Krasnohorivka and Petrovsky regions. In Nevelsky region, Russian army offensive operations from the east of the village has started. Marinka, no major changes. Russian army offensive operations continuing towards Krasnohorivka from the southern part and made some gains, nothing towards Ugledar direction. In the meantime, Russian army continues drone attacks in rear of Ukraine, especially in Sumy and Chernihiv regions after Ukrainians attack towards Belgorod, while Ukrainians too continuing their offensive operations in form of interdiction missions, especially the oil and other infrastructures belonging to Russia. In recent past, Russia seems to be employing a new tactics in which they carry out attacks on several sectors simultaneously in a given battle zone. And these attacks are small in number and areas as well, but they are able to exhaust Ukrainian troops shifting from one place to another, and seems to be successful for the time being. USA has not congratulated Putin, as it feels that election was not free and fair. While 13,000 journalists from 2,500 media outlets were accredited, plus 10,000 were present at the voting stations. More so, out of 330,000 observers accredited, 90% showed, and 706 international observers from 106 countries were present during the election. Palestine Israel Middle East, in North Gaza, large-scale IDF Operations were carried out near Al Shifa Hospital, while nothing special in central and South Gaza. In West Bank, so far 7,500 Palestinians have been detained. Lebanon-Israeli border, routine exchange of fire continues. Red Sea operation as before, while pro-Iranian resistance group in Iraq launched drone at Golan Heights, no damages reported. France joins Poland to limit imports of agricultural goods from Ukraine, while Polish farmers blocked highway connecting Warsaw and Berlin for 4 days. Lastly, US Senator Graham in Kiev urged Ukraine to pass mobilization law so that people below 27 years must join Ukrainian army. Look at him. Well, that's all from my side. Thank you, friends.